Okay, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Testing, testing, testing. Alright, sound's gonna cut out for just a second. Alright. Testing again, testing again. Sound's gonna cut out again. Alright everyone, welcome back to another stream. We are doing something completely different tonight. But something that I thought would be pretty fun. And so first off, let me check the chat here, say hello. We got BC, Zaku, hey Red Dwarf, glad you can make it. Pop to Uno, Larry G, Drilly Press. So yeah, we're on what's called Retro Achievements. This is, oh man, a site called retroachievements.org, O-R-G. You can go to that site if you feel like looking into it. It's basically a set of emulators that you can use on your computer that tracks achievements. By hitting the escape key in any emulator, you actually bring up a whole slew of achievements. And so, I mean, it's basically a retro version of modern console achievements, like Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 trophies, things like that. So what we're going to do here today is we're basically just going to play some random Super Nintendo games. We're doing Super Nintendo specifically, but it does also work with NES, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, Master System, etc., etc. There's a couple of other emulators you can use. Hey, Sleeves of War, how's it going, man? But yeah, we're gonna be going through this, and I'm probably not gonna be playing for like specific achievements. I just wanted to show you guys how this thing works, and just play some games as usual. And we're gonna start off here with Smash TV, but you can see like it tracks, you know, your progress and whatnot. So, hit a score of 10 million points, and you'll get 10 achievement points. Find your first secret room, you'll get 10 achievement points. Find your second secret room, you'll get another 10, and so forth and so forth. Lots of really cool stuff here. It's really neat, you know, going through these achievements and, you know, seeing what you can do with some of these games. Some of the achievements are really hard. If you're an achievement hunter and you like old school games, this suite of emulators is probably right up your alley. What I'm going to do here is actually also post a link to... I apologize if the audio keeps cutting out. If I click outside the emulator, I don't have the emulator set to run in the background, so you're going to hear the audio constantly cut out. But here's my my retro achievements page. And let me open up my soda. No monster drinks for me today, so I apologize for that, Miku. I had a long night last night, and I ended up just waking up taking some ibuprofen. So don't mind me if I'm a little slow. But that's my retro achievements page. You can feel free to check that out. I started about a week ago. And you know, you can see the games I've played and whatnot, and what achievements I've obtained, and what achievements I haven't obtained. You can check my friends list. And speaking of friends list, I got a request from Sleeves. Would that be the Sleeves of War? I'm guessing, yep. It looks like it. So I got a friend request from Sleeves, and I just added him to my friends list. So basically, what we can do is track each other's progress and whatnot. He's got 16,000 achievement points. No, 6,000 achievement points. Did you just start, Sleeves? So yeah, retro achievements. It's a really cool thing. I think it's really fun. I've had a good time going through this on Twitch, playing a bunch of random games and whatnot. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in this, as usual, there's links in the description box below. So I've got a link to my user profile there, but also the main website if you want to check it out. You can download their emulators. You can just use your own ROMs, and it is the Sleeves, the one and only, the one true Sleeves, says Sleeves of War. Very nice, man. Hey, Encrypted Predator, welcome to the stream. So yeah, before we kick things off, as usual, cut the audio out again. We're going to give a big shout out to the usual Patreon backers. No new Patreon backers as of the last couple of weeks. But I did want to give a big shout out to Beesworth, who upgraded their pledge from the $1 a month to $3 a month. So thank you very much, Beesworth. It's much appreciated. And thanks to anyone else that is continuing to support this channel through Patreon. It really means a lot to me. Next up, we're going to give a big shout out to the old Super Chatters. And speaking of Sleeves of War, he donated last week on the Super Mario Bros. 3 stream, which we did on Thursday, because I ended up having Thursday night off, and I had some obligations on Friday night. So instead of starting my Friday night stream last week, I started it this week. So thank you very much, Sleeves, and anyone else that has donated via the Super Chat. So, and with that, let's go ahead and go to our gameplay. And we're just going to go ahead and start playing. We're going to play some Smash TV. I think I did a Super Nintendo Variety stream, and I want to say I played a little bit of Smash TV, but I don't remember when that was. It was a few months ago at the very least. So we're going to start off with Smash TV again. It's a really awesome port of the arcade game. Very challenging game, but it's very fun. All right. Oh, what do you mean, harsh, Sleeves? Well, I asked Sleeves because I've been pounding through games one by one, and I'm up to almost 10,000 points, and I just started a week ago. Granted, pretty much all I've done this week is play retro achievements, except for last night's stream on Twitch. But that's why I was asking, man. All right. Yeah, so Smash TV, if you guys haven't played it, it's basically a twin-stick shooter. And on the Super Nintendo, your aiming and firing is mapped to your X, Y, A, and B buttons. So if any of you guys have played like one of the various versions of Robotron 2084 on consoles, like for PS1 or Saturn or something like that, it's the same kind of control setup. And it actually works really well on the Super Nintendo. And this is actually just a really awesome port of this game, too. You know, there's other ports of this game, like for the Master System and for the Sega Genesis and whatnot, but like the Genesis version is just kind of awful compared to this. It's just muddy, it doesn't run very well, it doesn't sound very good, but this game looks almost just like the arcade game. And it doesn't really ever slow down or anything like that. It's very brisk, and there's tons of enemies on the screen. And it sounds good, too. And there we go. We got an achievement point. So, Photon Cannon. This is basically a spread shot. And weapons operate in this game on a ammunition basis. So you've got limited ammunition for the special weapons you pick up. Like this is actually a pod. which is really nice. You get to keep this infinitely until it touches an enemy, and then it goes off the screen. You'll have to get another one. But this is very, very helpful. Basically doubles your firepower. And this power-up down here is the grenade. And you can see the top left-hand portion of the screen, you'll notice there's a bar, a red bar. That's actually your ammunition bar. And when you pick up a weapon in this game, it'll turn green, and it will tick down as you use your weapon. Sleeves has just been dabbling with retro achievements here and there. Mainly playing stuff that he hasn't gotten through for the first time. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, I stream on Twitch all the time, and I thought it would be something fun to just mix things up. And because I'm a little competitive, I thought it would be fun to just plow through as many games as I absolutely can that I know how to play, which is a lot of games. I don't really plan on, you know, going for specific achievements or anything like that. The idea for me was just to rush through as many games as I could and just see how many points I come out with. So I did that pretty much all this week, and, you know, ended up beating probably close to 20 games, and ended up getting close to 10,000 achievement points for it, just for running through the games. There are some games where there's a lot of, like, really obnoxious achievements, but there's other games where, like Adventure Island, if you just play through the game, you're gonna pretty much get all the achievement points just for running through the game normally. So that was the idea, is to try to just go through the games normally and just see what I come out with. And just kind of see how many points I can rack up just by playing the games normally without really even going for regular achievements. Like, a good example was Gun Force on Super Nintendo. I played through that the other night on stream. I almost got the full 400 points of achievements just for playing through the game. So some of the achievements on the games are kind of lacking. Others are just really in-depth and honestly kind of obnoxious. But yeah, because this is going to be a variety stream, guys, I'm going to have to be a little careful about what games I play. So we're not going to be doing any Konami games tonight. We're not going to be doing any Nintendo games. It's all going to be just, you know, I don't want to say less popular titles. Well, just got another achievement for picking up the missile launcher. Yeah, with Nintendo, I'll get a copyright claim, and I'll have to submit it to the Nintendo Creators Program. With Konami, I'll get another copyright claim, and then have to counterclaim it. So it's just a pain. I don't want to deal with it. So it's gonna be random stuff like Smash TV and whatnot. Should still be fun though. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, this is emulation. You basically go to the Retro Achievements website, and, you know, you download their prepackaged emulators. It's basically existing emulators, but the Retro Achievement system has been integrated, or sort of patched into these emulators. So you basically download the Retro Achievements versions of these emulators. You find your own ROMs, and you basically just load them up. And when you start the emulator for the first time, the Retro Achievements logon screen will pop up, and you'll log on to your Retro Achievements profile from within the emulator, which is pretty cool. And that's basically how it tracks your achievements. It tracks your progress on your games. What's also kind of neat is there are also high score leaderboards. It's not just achievements, so there are some other neat features that the website provides. Am I going to get all the achievements on Shaq Fu? Probably not. I think it's safe to say probably not. Although I did think about it, actually. I wonder if I'll get a copyright claim on Shaq Fu. Yeah, so Smash TV here, you can kind of tell things are starting to heat up quite a bit. Smash TV only has, is it 4 levels in the game? I want to say it only has 4 stages, but they're really long stages. Lots of different rooms in each stage. And the intensity level, it's pretty high. It gets pretty intense, even the Super Nintendo version here. But what I was going to say is that, you know, we are on emulators because of the Retro Achievements, and it's It's kind of odd. It's a weird feeling for me anyway, because I always just use original hardware for my streams and my YouTube videos and whatnot. I don't emulate on stream, and I don't really emulate off stream either, because I don't really have a need to anymore, because I've got the original hardware for everything. So we're using emulation right now, and it's just so weird. Like, I used to emulate all the time, but I don't anymore just because I've got the original hardware. So for someone like me, it's been kind of, I don't want to say refreshing, but it has been kind of nice being able to just like swap from game to game to game without having to really swap anything, not even power off a console.
I'd buy that for $1.
Shaq Fu was on Super Nintendo, yeah, absolutely. Who would have thought this would be a thing at the tail end of 2017, no less? Yep, exactly, Red Dwarf. So this is our first boss, Mutoid Man. And Sleeve says, yeah, it's all community driven, so the achievement sets vary wildly in quality from one game to the next. Oops, I was looking at chat. Not focusing on my game, that's okay. Yep, there's another achievement, and I am running out of... Never mind. Oh, there's a shield right behind him. Oh, it's a bummer. Yeah, Smash TV is a fantastic game. It is insanely brutal, though. If you can't take intense games, and you probably want to stay away from Smash TV. It's a very, very difficult game. But it was an arcade game. And it was a Midway developed arcade game. Midway, Williams, etc., etc. Eugene Jarvis, actually, I think was in, was the lead for this game, I believe. And, you know, he was the man behind, or one of the men behind Robotron 2084. And then after Smash TV, Total Carnage, which actually also got a Super Nintendo conversion. Not as big of a fan of Total Carnage as I am Smash TV. Smash TV I just feel is a much tighter, more balanced game. Although Total Carnage is pretty funny, actually. It's got some goofy humor. Still, though, Smash TV is insanely difficult. I have never been able to one credit clear this game. Pretty much on any version. Arcade, NES, Super NES. Could talk a little about hardcore as well. Yeah, so there's actually, you know, because you're using emulators on retro achievements, you do have save states at your disposal. However, there's an alternate mode, which I do have enabled, called Hardcore Mode. And Hardcore Mode is basically just you playing the games normally. No save states, no cheats, no nothing. If you play games on Hardcore Mode, which is how I'm playing right now, and it's how I prefer to play, it's as if you were playing a game normally on a console. You power it up, you play it, and you get achievements that way. Now, if you use save states or something like that, Hardcore Mode gets disabled. But Hardcore Mode is great because you get extra achievement points. It's like acts as like an achievement point multiplier, if you will. So you actually enjoy, you actually gain many more achievement points by playing on Hardcore Mode. So for me, Hardcore Mode is the only mode. Oh, Drilly's got to leave already? Oh man, it's a bummer. See you, Drilly. Yeah, and so I've only been doing retro achievements for about a week now, so I am not the most, I guess you could say, educated individual on the whole subject. So if anyone else wants to chime in about extra features or whatnot, feel free to drop a line in the chat. But yeah, that's basically it. I just play these games, I use Hardcore Mode to get the extra achievement points, and I don't use save states or anything like that, because that'll disable Hardcore Mode. For me, it's all about maximizing my achievement points value with as little effort as possible. And that's kind of like my current goal for retro achievements. Oh, he just ran me over. Mutoid Man is very unpredictable, and that's how pretty much all the bosses are in this game. Very unpredictable. What I'll probably do is just play to my first game over, and then we'll kind of switch off to a different game. Let's see what kind of achievement points we get for this. I'm sure we get something. Oh, very nice, VG fan. That's what it's all about, man. I hope that you know, my videos can get people interested in these old games again, and see them from a current light. Eugene Jarvis was involved in Defender, yeah. Kickstarted the horizontal shooter. I don't really know about that, Sinful, because I think there were a couple of other games that were, I guess what you could call more traditional horizontal shooters, like Scramble was one. I think Scramble came before Defender, and Scramble was a game by Konami, I believe. Was it Konami? But yeah, no, I've played a ton of those early 80s, or late 70s, early 80s arcade games. Especially the ones, you know, from the United States, like the popular ones by Williams and Midway and so forth. Oh, that was an extra life. We just missed it. Okay, so we're on our last life now. So we're probably not going to be here too much longer on this game. Speaking of Smash TV, there's that new game that came out, I guess, what, this year, called Next Machina, which I guess was by Housemarque, or House Marquee, I'm not sure how you pronounce their name, but Eugene Jarvis was apparently, sort of, was semi-involved with that, as like a consultant, which was neat. And if you play Next Machina, and I had no idea it was like this, but Next Machina is like a modernized kind of Smash TV type of game, and it's kind of amazing, actually. I wish I checked it out sooner, but I bought it last week on Steam because it was on sale for the Steam sale, Steam holiday sale, and it is pretty amazing. But anybody that's a fan of these old twin-stick shooters, these old, you know, arcade twin-stick shooters, then you've got to check out Next Machina. It's very, very cool. We actually got an extra life, which is good. So we might be in this a little bit longer. We'll see. You never get your hopes up in Smash TV. Smash TV is one of those games where you can be up 5 lives and then be at a game over on your next screen. It's just one of those types of games. Red Dwarf bought Okami HD on Xbox One yesterday. Nice, man. Very cool. I want that spread shot. Got it. Oh, got killed in the process.
I'd buy that for $1.
Ooh, oh, that was close. I want that. Ooh, got it. Extra life. Very nice. Yeah, and we're dead. Yeah, Housemarque, they did do Resogun. Yeah, that's the only other game of theirs that I played, and I only played it very briefly. It seemed pretty cool, though. I will say I'm not as big a fan of defender-style shooters as I am more traditional, I guess, forced scrolling shooters. So traditional scrolling shooters where it's just left to right or right to left, you know, point A to point B, basically. I prefer straightforward linear scrolling shooters. Not as big a fan of the ones that let you go back and forth, defender style. But Resogun was really neat, I will say that. Yep, they got references to other, you know, pop culture media at the time. So Smash TV, the arcade game, I think was what, like 1990 or 91 or something like that. And, so you got RoboCop references. The whole concept here is actually, I think, also kind of loosely based around Running Man, which was, sort of a violent film in the late 80s. Actually, might not have even been the late 80s. Might have been like mid 80s. When did Running Man come out, guys? I'm sure you guys out there know. Some of you guys know. I want that shield. Very nice. Got it. So when you get the shield, you're invincible and you can just destroy anything that you touch. So whenever I get the shield, I like to just back up on the enemies. Especially if I've got, like, a weapon that's using up ammunition. Instead of using the ammo, I can, use my shield to kill the enemies. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Choplifter either. I mean, I do like, say, like, the Master System version, but, you know, Choplifter is not a game that really ever resonated with me much. You know, several years ago, I was actually trying to practice it a little bit to do a Master System Let's Play on it. But that never came to be. Cool game, but, you know, and I can see why it was popular. But, yeah, I guess not really my cup of tea overall. Like I said, I'm very much a fan of just sort of forced scrolling shmups. Well, Choplifter's not really... I don't really consider Choplifter a shmup at all, actually. You can shoot, but it's... it doesn't really feel like a shmup. You know, when you move forward, your helicopter moves at an angle. You're always aiming downwards unless you stop, which that allows you to aim straight forward. Yeah, I don't consider Choplifter to be a shooter, really. Choplifter's more about... you know, finding your comrades, picking them up, dropping them back off in safety. That's the core gameplay. It's less about shooting, more about, you know, search and rescue. I mean, there are shooting elements, obviously. I mean, there's no denying that, but I definitely did not lump it in the shooter genre. You know, I did a video on Super Nintendo video many years ago now, SNES shmups from worst to best, where I basically took a look at every shoot 'em up released in North America, and I intentionally mentioned like Choplifter III, and basically stuck it in the category of shooty, but not a shmup, and so I didn't really rank it or talk much about it. Hey, Kevin Twiner, how's it going, man? Hope the stream's going smooth. Stream is always going smooth. Cross your fingers. Now that they say that, like, the stream's probably gonna die. There's one thing I'm good at doing is jinxing myself. I'm surprised we've survived. We've gained some extra lives, which kind of put us back out ahead. And what I'm going to do is actually pause it. I'm going to hit escape so we can bring up the achievements. And we've only gotten 50 achievement points so far. So this one definitely has a lot of different achievements and whatnot. This one doesn't just hand you out the achievements like... Oops. Yeah, so we're actually using an Xbox 360 controller. So it's very easy for me to press left or right by accident. Every achievement has a retro rating in white next to its base points, which is multiplied based on how rare it is, what percentage of players have it. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and hit escape again. Ooh. Alright, one life left. So one strategy too is that if you die, you know, you do get a shield for a short period of time. So you want to take advantage of that shield. Kind of like this, and just run into your enemies. Just as if you had picked up a shield on the playfield as a power-up. Another extra life. Very nice. So these mines on the playfield, you don't want to touch those. You will die if you touch them. Another extra life. Oh, got it. Oh, and then we died for it. Yeah, I never played much of the Strike series. I know people are big fans of them on the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. I've been meaning to check them out, especially on the Genesis. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. So one of the downsides of the retro achievements here is you are using an emulator, so, or emulators, plural, because there's multiple emulators. And so, you know, you do experience a little bit of input lag. I think really depending on the emulator. I noticed that the input lag was much worse for the NES side. The Super Nintendo is not as bad. But I definitely still feel it. Like, especially in Smash TV, when I'm trying to change directions on shooting, I do notice a slight minuscule delay, and in a game like this that's very you know, responsiveness is extremely important in this game. You do notice it. Oops, and that's game over.
10 seconds.
Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and let this time out. Yeah, true sleeves. I don't mind their Super Nintendo emulator. It's really solid for me. It's fast. It looks good. Their NES emulator, on the other hand, is kind of crap. It runs at a, you know, it runs horribly, and it won't go full screen for me. If I go full screen, it crashes immediately. And it's just terrible. Yeah. So that's actually why I'm doing Super Nintendo. Earlier in the week, I was focusing on NES games, but their emulator for NES stuff is just so poor that the NES games basically became unplayable. Especially when you're trying to play games like Ghosts and Goblins or Battletoads or something like that. Stuff that's like, you know, you need perfect perfect performance in those games. So I switched over to Super Nintendo a couple of days ago because of that, and Super Nintendo's been rock solid for me. I can go full screen, the emulator doesn't crash. It's a little more responsive and it looks good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and check out our achievements one more time. Yeah, so we still only got 50 points. Oops. Come on, there we go. And, yeah, so we'll go ahead and fire up a different game. So, gameplay is going to disappear for a few moments, so don't mind that. I'm just going to poke around through my list and just kind of see what we got here. This is going to be really funny. Let's see if this is, if there are achievement points for this. Oh! Oh, man. Kevin, any new stuff for Christmas? Yeah, I got a bunch of new stuff, actually. My mom was like, I don't know what to get you for Christmas. Do you want me to take you to Starland? And Starland is this video game store up the street, or estarland.com. You can go to their website and buy stuff. And I was like, well, I can't say no to that. And we basically went up to Starland last weekend. And my mom, you know, gave me an X amount of money I could spend. So I ended up picking up a bunch of stuff. Like, I got a complete copy of Adventure Island on the NES. And a complete copy of Super Pitfall on the NES. Picked up both Capcom Classics collections on PSP. I got Armada on Dreamcast. And I think I got a couple of other small things as well. So, yeah, it was pretty awesome. I was really happy with that. Alright, so Shaq Fu apparently does have achievements. Go figure. And you know what's funny? I have actually beaten this game before. I just don't remember any of the moves. Finish the story mode with Shaq. Finish the game. Okay, this is one of those games where it's... I don't like fighting games on Retro Achievements that much because it's a lot of work to get all the achievement points. You'll have to beat the game like a dozen times usually. It's like beat the game with each character and you just get small points with each one. So... yeah, so not that great. We'll play for a little bit though and see what happens. Sinful, I'm sure there's someone everywhere that thinks every bad game is the greatest game ever. Alright, let's see what we got here. Go ahead and hit start. Level normal, time 60. I'm gonna boost the time up actually. Holy, what? You can... huh. Well, that's interesting. Usually fighting games just let you go up to 99, but this lets you go... how high does it go? It lets you go to 300 seconds. That's an odd number to cap it off at. 300 or none. Actually, let's just go ahead and use the default. Game speed normal, fast, normal, fast, normal. Okay, power kick is A, fast kick is B, fast punch... wait. Oh, that's it. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so strong ones on the right, weak ones on the left. Move boost L, taunt is R. Okay. What is Armada? Armada is a, oh, it's kind of hard to explain. It's this, like... imagine, like, asteroids, like Atari asteroids, but set in the universe, and you can travel from solar system to solar system, and you get experience points for killing enemies. So it's kind of like Asteroids meets Diablo meets Star Control. It's really hard to explain, but we'll do a dedicated stream on it sometime in the future. Okay, so it looks like it doesn't pick for you automatically, which is kind of good. And one of the problems with Shaq Fu is that I don't remember the moves at all. This is going to be rough. Yeah, one of my problems with Shaq Fu is you notice your jump kicks, they don't go down. Like you kick in the middle of the air. It's like it's a really, really odd design choice, and it makes jump kicks nearly useless. And it's a shame because the game looks really good actually. But when like half of your moves are just not worthwhile, it's just not good. Now, see, I don't remember any of the specials in this game. And that's another thing about this game, and any fighting game, really, is you have to know the special moves. But this one in particular, because your regular moves are just fairly useless. I should probably look up on my phone what the moves are for this game. We might actually do that. Yeah, so several years ago, I actually beat, was it the Super Nintendo one or was it the Genesis one? I don't remember, but I actually sat down for a night and learned how to get through the game. I think with Shaq. And so yeah, I did actually beat this game. And the idea was to eventually do like a long play on it or something like that. And that never happened. Hey, Amadeus. Figured out the Doom issue. It was you using cheats. By the time you hit the 9th level, you had maxed out ammo beyond their limits. I played... Really? So the game was crashing because you were cheating? Why were you cheating in Doom? Dude, it's not that hard, Amadeus. Come on, man. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you figured it out. That's funny, because you would have sent it to me and I would have played normally and it would have been fine, I bet. Okay, so back, down, back, X or Y. Okay. So I do like how they actually give you a move there. That's pretty cool. Back, down, back, X or Y. I'm not having any luck. Hey, Amadeus, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch games. I don't really have the patience for this right now. My brain is not here 100%. Like I said, I took some ibuprofen before starting this stream. And you really fight with the controls in this game. That's I think the biggest issue with this game is just how the controls function. It does not feel good at all. It's a shame because like Shaq Fu actually is a really nice looking game. Sounds decent too and animates really well, but it's just a chore to play. So let's go ahead and swap over to something else. We got approximately 0 achievement points for that. I didn't even win a match. I'm trying to figure out what else to go to. Let's see. So someone mentioned, someone was talking about Choplifter earlier. So you know what? Let's see if there's achievements for that. 36 achievements. Yeah, so thanks again, Alvin. It's much appreciated, man. Yeah, so like I said, this is going to be like a variety stream just to kind of show off retro achievements. Let's see what the achievements are for this game. Finish Sector 1 level 1 on hard. Lots of achievements for completing levels on hard. So this is one of those games where you can just play right through it and you'll get a lot of achievement points just for doing that. Complete levels without taking damage. Ooh, that's rough. A lot of the achievement points are going through the game without taking damage. So you'd have I'm not really sure what that would entail, because I'm not sure how difficult this game is. I've only played it very briefly. Okay. Oh, so it doesn't even... Wow. You get... Okay, this one's rough, because you don't get anything for playing the game on normal. Well, that's not true. These complete levels without damage, it looks like you can do that on any difficulty. But the first set of achievement points are all for hard mode. We'll go ahead and default it to hard mode. I don't know how hard it's going to be, because like I said, I'm not too familiar with this game. You can probably turn the volume up a little bit too. There we go. No, specials in Primal Rage are easy. Primal Rage actually has a really good control scheme. You know, one of the cool things about Primal Rage is that you don't have to do the motion then press the button. You just hold the button, do the motion, and that's it. So Primal Rage takes a little while to get used to if you're used to Mortal Kombat or Killer Instinct or Street Fighter or King of Fighters or whatever. But once you get the hang of it, like I can't imagine playing that game any other way. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Primal Rage. Hell, we might even play it later, see if there's achievements for it. So, all right. Nice, Amadeus. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about with Choplifter. Like, it's shooty, but it's more about search and rescue. But yeah, I've heard that Choplifter 3 in particular is actually pretty good. I know a lot of people have, like, raved about this one. Okay, I think these are my guys. Yep, sure enough. Are these supplies? These look like supplies. And... okay, so we got some hostages. Let's go back to base. Yeah, so just like the original Choplifter, it's all about getting the hostages, bringing them back to your base, not dying in the process. These enemies just constantly respawn. It looks like my power-ups despawned. That's odd. Oh, you can fly really high, too. Oh, nice. Okay, I got a grenade. Or napalm. So it looks like that's limited on ammo. So using the shoulder keys, you can turn around mid-flight. This probably isn't mine. Oh, no, it is. Okay, cool. He's refueling. Alright, so let's go back to base. Okay, so it looks like you can just hold down the fire button as well. You don't have to tap it. Ooh, they killed one of my hostages. Can I crush him? Nope. That would be really cool if you could, if you could crush the opposing humans. Alright, let's see what we can get through here with, without dying. Yeah, this is hard mode, yeah. Yeah, and I have to remind myself about that. I actually already forgot I put it on hard. So, playing for the first time, and it's on the hard mode. Sometimes I do that. When I play on Twitch, I'll just, like, I'll crank the difficulty up on my first time. And just kind of run with it. Sector 1, Level 2. Finish Sector 1, Level 1 on hard. Okay, yeah, I did that. Sector 1, Level 2 on hard. Yeah, so we'll get small points for every level progressed. Yeah, this is Choplifter III, yeah. Hey, Stealthborn, didn't see you out there. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so it looks like we got 22 hostages. I don't know what that CF is for, though. Oh, you can press Y to... okay, I see. Oh, maybe they were, for deterring homing missiles or something? I don't know. Oh. And we're dead. I wonder if there's a cap to, like, how many hostages you can have on board. I guess we're gonna find out. Refueling station. That's nice. I don't think you had that in the other versions of the game. Or I mean, like, earlier versions of Choplifter, not Choplifter III. Yeah, this game's pretty neat. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, that was a mine. I landed on a mine. You want to walk into me, buddy? Maybe I'm at capacity. I might be at capacity. Looks like we've got 10 people on board. Yeah, you know, it is a little similar to Subterranea in that, you know, you've got to pick up hostages and take them back to base, which is, you know, very, very similar. Subterranea definitely uses that same mechanic, that same concept. Of course, you could say Choplifter did it first. Because what, the original Choplifter was like 1982 or 1983? For those of you guys that don't know, Choplifter was originally a computer game. And it was so popular that they ended up porting it to a bunch of other systems. Companies like Sega made an arcade version eventually. Which I think that's what the Master System version was based on. But yeah, early 80s computer game. And that's it. I'm a little disappointed though, it hasn't popped the achievement. Like finish sector 1, level 2 on hard, and it hasn't given me that. Yeah, it's really odd it's not popping the achievement. Yeah, that's what I figured, Sleeves. I figured it was just... I actually haven't really experienced really any issues with the achievements thus far. Up until now, actually. It's just, this is my first buggy achievement I've encountered, but apparently this is a relatively common thing. This is sort of like a boss fight. It's pretty cool. Remember, we are in hard mode, so I'm gonna guess there's probably less projectiles on normal. Ooh, mission failed. Okay, well that's good enough for me, and it's not popping achievements, so I'm gonna play something else. That's pretty cool. So that's Choplifter 3, guys. And, yeah, it only popped the first achievement. That's weird. It's a shame. Oh well, not a big deal. Alright. So I am actually kind of curious because someone was mentioning Primal Rage, and curious if this has achievement points. It does not. Unrecognized title. Yeah, it doesn't. Wow, that's crazy. So we will not be playing Primal Rage. But apparently this game does. That's right, I said no Konami games, but this isn't really a Konami game. They just published it. This one won't get copyright claims. Aha! Are you guys sick of this yet? Wonder what the achievements are for this. Let's go ahead and pause it, hit escape. Get the sable. What the hell is that? What the hell is a sable? I know what a sword is. I don't know what a sable is. Maybe they meant to say saber and they spelled it wrong. Oh yeah, you get a good point just for going through this game. Yeah. Yeah, no, the reason I said it, guys, is because I did, oops. I did a Let's Play on this a couple weeks ago, and it was a long video. I died a lot. I died a lot. That is true, Sleeves. I am practiced at this right now, so it's a good time to knock it out. But no, I just wanted to play a level or two. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. If you guys are interested in seeing the whole game, like I said, I do have a Let's Play. And then just a week prior to that, I did a Let's Play on the Sega CD version. Hey, see ya, Boston Burf. Take care, man. Oof. Why is... I'm pressing the wrong button for the tiptoe. I don't think I've ever died there before. Oh, there we go. I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. Yeah, no, the Sega CD one's pretty good. It is... I like it a lot. Yeah, that's it. I'm just pressing the wrong button. That's all. I have to say, when I'm playing Super Nintendo games, I am not used to using an Xbox 360 controller. It just really throws me off. There we go. Yeah, this game is pretty much lethal for everybody. Red Dwarf. It's a tough game. It's such a satisfying game to play, though, once you get into the groove. Yeah, I agree, Sleeves. The blood definitely makes it more visceral. Absolutely. I mean, there was blood in some of the computer versions as well. It wasn't just the console games. Like the Macintosh release had some blood as well. Yeah, it absolutely makes it more visceral. See, Prince of Persia wasn't like, you know, Mortal Kombat in its gore and whatnot. It just had it where it mattered. So basically, when you stab, you know, your opponents to death, or if you got sliced by one of the slicers, then you would see it. But that was it. Or if you landed on a pit of spikes. Yeah, I know, right? I don't even know why that happens. It was the first time I had ever seen it happen, and then it happened in 2 different versions of the game. That was a crazy glitch. Dog bone for life. Actually, this is a secret I didn't get on my Let's Play. Just a health refill, apparently. It is. Yes, I am doing it on the Xbox 360 pad, and... Ooh, ow. The Xbox 360 pad is not the best way to play these games. The Green Turban, achievement unlocked. And we'll probably get another achievement just for beating the level. Yeah, like right there I pressed up, but instead of moving up, my character moved forward. That's all the Xbox 360 controller. So one thing that was pretty fun was that I had my Xbox 360 arcade stick wired up, and I was doing all my achievements with the joystick. But I switched over to the Xbox 360 controller just for this stream, because, you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys would probably find all the clacking of the joystick annoying. But when I do these retro achievements, I use the joystick instead. So that also makes it a little more interesting for me. And the joystick's definitely a lot more accurate than the Xbox 360 D-pad. I want to try something here too. So I should be able to drop down here and then just hang. Bam, like this. The elixir of life. Yeah, I like the achievement set on this because it's really just play through the game, and you'll get your achievements just by playing the game normally. Oh, that was close. That's why you just don't do random running jumps in this game. Yeah, the clacking of the joystick might give me some ASMR subs. So there's actually a set of spikes down here. You can see the, there you go. Yeah, getting some good points for this one. I'm almost tempted to just go through the whole game. I'm like, ah, these would be good points. I probably won't. I think I'm going to stop maybe after this level or the next one. I know. That's exactly what's going to happen, Sleeves. It's going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to play this long. 2 hours later. Okay, we just beat the game. Oh. You should get an achievement for dropping 3 screens and dying. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Sleeves, is that's actually how my Prince of Persia Let's Play kind of came to be. Is I just fired this up on Twitch. I'm like, I'm not going to play this. Dude, it did it again! That was the Xbox 360 controller. I didn't press anything. I pressed forward, that's it, but he jumped instead. But yeah, the Let's Play kind of came to be because I just fired this up and I'm like, I'm just going to play a couple levels, and then 2 hours later, I beat the game. And then I did it again. And again. And then I was practiced enough to do the Let's Play on it. So, that's actually how some of my videos kind of come to be. You know, I'll just sort of experiment on Twitch, and then before you know it, I finish the game, and then I do some more runs to get better practiced. Ever play the PS1 version of Flashback? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're talking Fade to Black. Yeah, that is kind of dire. I'm not really a big fan of Fade to Black. Which is a shame, because I really like the first Flashback. Hey, Wayne, how's it going? Dude! He's just constantly jumping when he's not supposed to be jumping. I don't think we're going to be able to get this, actually. Ooh, lucky. Yeah, I'm struggling with this controller, though. It's Xbox 360 controller. Society of Sin. What are these types of games? The genre? I'd call them puzzle platformers. It's probably a good way to put it. Cinematic platformer, that's another good one. Yeah, these really are like the precursor to, you know, modern sort of action games. Action adventure, you know, platformers, you know, say like Tomb Raider or Uncharted or something like that. Okay, let's see if we can do this without dying. That would be good. See, that's what he was supposed to do in the Let's Play. he was supposed to fall down. So in the Let's Play, he got stuck on this side where I am right now, and just sort of glitched out. It was weird. You can see the Let's Play, and it did it in both this Let's Play and my Sega CD version Let's Play. I had never seen that glitch before, but it happened back to back in multiple playthroughs. Oh yeah, absolutely sleeves. The original Tomb Raider owes a lot of its design to Prince of Persia, absolutely. Absolutely. He actually fell down this time. Yeah, that's what he was supposed to do. And he actually did it. Was this the first game to use rotoscoped animation? I don't think so. I think Karateka used the same, you know, kind of concept, which was, you know, was a game also made by Jordan Mechner prior to Prince of Persia. Fade to Black tried to be something that it wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, well, that's a good time to quit this game. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to just sit on this game forever, because I just did a Let's Play of this game. Let's see what we got. We got 50 points already, just for going through those few levels. And there's an achievement called I'm Drunk. Get 15 energy units. Find the hidden passage in Stage 5. Stage 5. Which one is that? I feel like I know... Yeah, I think I know which one that is, actually. Hidden passage in Stage 6, hidden passage in Stage 7. Oh, wow. Okay, so they give you a lot of achievement points for actually going through and finding secrets. That's cool. And there's one for just finishing the game. Defeat Jafar without taking damage. Finish the game in a single shot within 1 hour. Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Hey, Zagtum, how's it going? Yeah, mastering the Prince's movement is a... You know, it's tricky, but like I said, it's supremely satisfying when you manage to get used to it. Okay, well that was cool. You know, speaking of Prince of Persia, we should try, I think there's achievements for this too, yeah. Find secret passage in level 7. Complete the level 7. Okay. Complete level 1. Okay. Complete level 2. Hey, Smithereens, how's it going? Alright, well, let's give this a shot. I'm not too familiar with Prince of Persia 2. I know you need to busting out in the beginning. You gotta run and jump along the rooftops. Wow, this runs this runs really fast. The audio, is it just me or is the audio kind of awful? Like, really awful. The combat feels so different from the first game. This is so fast, too. Look at how fast those guys are swiping. Oof. Yeah, this I don't remember this version running so fast. Maybe it always has and it's been a while. It's possible 9X isn't running it right because it feels pretty fast, unless maybe it's like the European ROM or something. Yeah, I was thinking maybe it's the PAL version. Okay, well I think we've already had enough of that. Let's play something a little more shooty. Now I already played this a little bit on Twitch, but I didn't get very far, so... Yeah, let's see what the achievements are for this one. Yeah, get level 6 bombs, get level 7 bombs, get level 8 bombs, basically power up all the way. Oh yeah, we still got a lot of achievements we'll get if we actually get somewhere in the game. Okay. Lots of different achievements for the different routes. Hey, Miku. Still out there, I see. And Sinful. Prince of Persia 2 looked like a free Flash game. Yeah. You know what's interesting is I do actually have the PC version right next to me. I picked it up. The Windows 95/Macintosh version. It's actually, both versions come on the same CD. So next time I fire up my old Windows 95 computer, I'm going to give that a shot and try it out. Alright. I should probably raise my lives, honestly, but I'm not gonna be a scrub. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do an updated Let's Play of this game sometime in the near future as well. Probably sometime this year, or 2018. I'll try to get that taken care of. This is one of my, actually, I guess technically now it is one of my earlier Let's Plays. I don't even remember if I beat the game in the Let's Play. I don't think I did. It can be a tough game, because you get no continues in this. So you got to go through the whole thing without without continuing, or without getting a game over. I mean. Super R-Type is not on Retro Achievements. It comes up with 0 achievements, which I'm really bummed about, because I would love to just roll right through that game. Because you know me, I love me some Super R-Type. R-Type 3, I'm not sure if it's got achievements. I haven't fired it up yet. But I'll have to check that out. Destroy Nemo. Okay, I think last time I played this I went the B route, so we'll go the C route this time. I'll probably get another achievement for doing that. Yeah, so if you guys haven't played Darius Twin before, it's a part of the Darius series. The Darius series started off as an arcade series. There was a couple in the arcade. The first two got some various ports to various consoles, like the PC Engine and the Sega Mega Drive and so forth. The Super Nintendo got its own unique Darius games, though. Darius Twin and then Darius Force. Darius Force is the Japanese name. In North America, it was known as Supernova. And, you know, I'd say the Darius series is pretty cool. I'm not personally the biggest fan of, like, the older ones myself. I like some of the newer ones, like G-Darius. Not G-Darius. Well, G-Darius is decent. Darius Gaiden is my favorite in the series, and that was 32-bit generation. You know, we got ports of that on the Saturn, and then in Japan on the PlayStation as well. And Windows 95, actually. There was a port to Windows 95. Yeah, then one of my one of my favorites in the series actually is Darius vs. Chronicles, which you can get on Steam. I think there's a PS4 version of that as well. Really awesome game. Tons of content. Very streamlined compared to some of these old ones. Much more entertaining, if you ask me. But some of the tropes in the Darius series include, obviously, the, you know, some of you guys have already pointed it out already, but the fish, or the sea creatures as bosses, and mini-bosses. But you've also got these power-up icons. You got blue, which basically gives you these shields. So this shield that's around me is from the blue power-up. And your shield will actually change color over the course of the game as you get more of your shield pickups. So it'll go gray and then gold. Or is it gold and then gray? I don't remember. We'll find out, assuming I don't get a game over. Your green power-ups are for your missiles or lasers. So you can see I'm holding down the missile button right now and shooting out these lasers. And then your more pinkish-looking firepower or item pickup is for your main firepower, which is this glowing ball I'm shooting right now. And you can use your missiles and your main firepower together simultaneously. Now, in arcade versions of Darius, your secondary firepower would be linked to your primary firepower. So if you were using your missiles, it would actually sort of degrade your main shot on the fly. So if you were just holding down both fire buttons in the arcade games, your attack power would actually be, you know, compromised a little bit, which is kind of interesting. And the Super Nintendo Darius Twin, that doesn't happen. You can just hold down both fire buttons the whole time. Yeah, we got an achievement for that. Cool. But yeah, as far as the Darius series as a whole and where the Super Nintendo ones kind of stack up, I feel like there's some of the weaker entries in the series. But they're still fun games. You know, I don't really think there's an absolutely, like, horrible Darius game. Unless it's just kind of like a half-assed home conversion of some kind. Like, I don't remember Sagaya, aka Darius 2, on the Master System, for instance, being all that great. But there's other versions that are decent, like the Sega Mega Drive version of Sagaya, aka Darius 2. The Darius series can be quite confusing as well, because they change the names of certain games in various regions. So again, Darius Force from Japan, which was the second game on Super Nintendo, is called Supernova in North America. Darius 2 got ported as Sagaya in North America on the Sega Genesis. So I mean, there's naming confusion in the series as well, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Darius 2 on the PC Engine CD is pretty bad too, yeah. What are your thoughts on the first Darius on the PC Engine, Sinful? Is it worth playing? Sinful's a big fan of the Darius series. Yeah, so we're getting some achievements. There we go, Gray Shield. Yeah, so the next shield set is the Gold Shield, and then you're basically maxed out at that point. So the different colored shields give you, or they absorb a greater amount of hits than the previous shield level. So once you've got upgraded to the Gray, you're at Gray for the rest of the game until you upgrade enough to a Gold Shield. No, Civil, I was asking, is the first Darius worth playing? Because weren't there multiple Darius games on PC Engine? Both 1 and 2? And I know there's Darius Alpha, which is basically just a boss rush, if I recall correctly. I mean, I thought that's what it was. Is that what it is? I forget. So this guy, you just want to shoot him in the eye. If you hit him anywhere else, you won't do any damage. But you can tell you're doing damage because the boss will blink. Very worth playing. Sinful loves the first Darius. Okay, cool. Well, I'll check it out sometime then. I think we also got an achievement for points. And we're still getting achievement points for upgrading our firepower. Yeah, those achievements are coming in thick and fast now. I like it. It's very satisfying when you just get a nice, good string of achievements going. Kind of nudges you in the right direction. Kind of keeps you going. We're almost maxed out on firepower. Getting close to it. Oh, I was looking at the chat and I paid the price for it. Hey, Sea Snake. There we go, gold shield. Awesome. Yeah, even if you have a shield, if you slam into enemies, you're probably gonna die. The same with, like, the ground. You don't want to slam into the ground. Darius 1 first arcade version is very hard because of a boss. And that's that. Hey, Taiga, you streamed? Cool. And it was fun. Yeah, streaming is fun. I mean, if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. Seriously. Streaming can be quite addictive as well. Quite addicting. Another achievement point. Red Dwarf says he'll never be a streamer. Austin keeps him busy enough. Yeah, streaming can keep you busy. It's a time commitment. And don't even get me started on the hardware commitment. I ran into some technical difficulties last night. It was super frustrating. My capture card wasn't picking up a signal for some reason. I had updated my Windows 10, you know, to the latest security updates and patches. I had been without updates for a while because I don't want Windows just randomly restarting while I'm in the middle of working on something or rendering a video or something. So I leave my updates turned off, and then I'll go and I'll just update manually. And I did that yesterday, first time in a while. And it seems like it broke compatibility with my capture card. So I started the stream last night on Twitch, and then the capture card just wasn't working. And I'm sitting there for a half an hour to 45 minutes trying to troubleshoot the damn thing, and it's just... Streaming can be a joy, but it can also be very frustrating, and it's a lot of the back-end things that can be very frustrating. Like, again, when you go to stream, your hardware just decides to not cooperate with you. You're like, well, where do I begin? The troubleshooting process is not fun. Two lives left. We're making really good progress in this game, by the way. This guy's chest is going to open up, too. Just like that. Taiga streamed GTA 3 on PC for a few hours. Everything went well, looked and sounded good. I had one hiccup which required a game restart, but otherwise it went smooth. Cool. Yeah, Smithereens, it's not bad. It's actually one of the earliest shmups on the Super Nintendo, so... You know, I don't think it's the most amazing shooter out there, but, you know, for how early it is on the Super Nintendo, it's not bad. It's still fun. Hey, Tony, how are you doing? Yeah, Tony Hayden is Vampire Killer on Twitch. Yep. He used to go by Tony Hayden on Twitch, but then he changed his name for some reason. Yeah, my YouTube stream has switched over to Friday nights now. Wow, good fight. Miku says she cannot see chat. Oof. I always forget about this guy that comes up from behind. Crap, we're dead. This always happens when I get here. I always forget there's a final stage like this. I get to that big whale fight, and I'm like, oh, that's gotta be the end of the game. Because in Darius Gaiden, if you get to the big whale, it is the end of the game. Game over. Wow. Oh. It times you out, apparently. And there's an achievement for entering in a certain name, apparently. Well, we got quite a few achievement points for that, actually. Which was pretty satisfying. Small points, but we still got some points. That's good. Well, Brony, you can play it now. You may not have played it back in the day, but you know the great thing about retro games is you can play them anytime. Doesn't matter the year, doesn't matter the time, you can still play them. Like I'm doing right now. Oh, we're almost 2 hours in, and man, I am getting hungry. I'm getting very, very hungry. Let's see if there's any achievements for Darius Force. I don't think there is. Yeah, 0 achievements. It's a bummer, man. R-Type 3? Okay. Yeah, I figured I probably won't do R-Type 3 right now because I did a Let's Play on it earlier this year, so I'm sure that... Actually, not even... It was, I think it was back in like September I did a Let's Play on it, so it wasn't that long ago. Going through my games list right now, so just bear with me here, guys. Well, this has 42 achievements, so we'll play this for a few minutes.
Round 1. Fight. Sub-Zero wins.
Yeah, same here, Sleeves. This was definitely a staple of my childhood, for sure.
Fight. Superb. Finish him.
Nice, taking a bath, got the achievement.
Flawless
You also beat this game for Genesis yesterday.
fatality.
My favorite character is definitely Sub-Zero, for sure.
Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Round 2. Fight.
Ow. Toasty! Oh, come on.
Kitana wins. Round 3. Fight. Excellent. Finisher. Sub-Zero wins.
Magic fail?
Fatality. Round 1. Fight. Sub-Zero wins. Round 2.
Yeah, same here. I was a big fan of the first Mortal Kombat movie.
Superb. Finish it. Fatality. Round 1. Fight. Sub-Zero wins. Round 2. Fight.
Dasan, the less said about Annihilation, the better.
Superb. Finish it. Flawless victory.
So where are we at right now? We've got 15 achievement points. Nothing great, but I mean, with these fighting games, usually they give you a ton of different achievements, and it usually involves you playing through the whole game with separate characters.
Fatality.
Friendships started with this one, Sleeves.
Round 1.
Mortal Kombat 2 introduced the friendships and the babalities. It was the animalities that... Yeah. Yeah, those started with Mortal Kombat 2. It was the animality that was new to MK3. And then in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, they introduced the brutality, which was basically like Killer Instinct's Ultra combo. That's really all it was. Ooh, lucky. Yeah, I always play as the same character, Sinful. I don't really switch up unless I'm, you know, streaming.
Finish him.
Brutality's ruined the series? I don't know, you could just not do a brutality. They weren't really necessary to win. It was just, you know, another layer of flair. That's all it was. Style over substance. I mean, really, when you get down to it, that's what most of Mortal Kombat is. It's a game that's style over substance. It's not to say there isn't any depth or anything like that. Like in MK2, you got crossovers and some tough juggles that you can pull off and things like that, but it's a pretty simplistic game through and through. And it really thrived on its, you know, its style, its visuals, its themes. Oh. I mean, the brutality was just an extension of that.
Round 3, fight.
But I think for a lot of people, Mortal Kombat 4 ruined the series for them, not the brutalities in MK Trilogy.
Finish him.
Slice!
Wins. Fatality. Round 1, fight.
No, they're substance sinful, but you compare it to, you know, other deeper fighting games, and it's pretty shallow in comparison. Hey, Moonbeam. Oh, you changed your name here. Used to be a Reality Studio. How's it going, man? Or is this like a separate account that you made? Hey, Bergier.
Round 2, fight.
Oh, this sucks actually because I don't know Baraka's pit fatality.
Finish it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Baraka wins. Flawless victory.
Yeah, that's true, Sleeves. MK Mythology, Sub-Zero. Or how about, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, Jax, or whatever it was. What was the game called? It was on PS1. Rebranding myself a bit. Keeping your adult stuff off YouTube, I hear you, man. Did you... have you experienced any issues with, like, I don't know, like monetization issues or anything like that because of your more adult material? Forward down high kick for his pit. Okay.
Round 3. Fight. Excellent. Superb.
Shaolin Monks is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people,
Finish him.
you know, were
Sub-Zero.
starting to appreciate the Mortal Kombat series again, starting with Deadly Alliance. You know, the series kind of came back. I mean, MK4 was still popular, but I don't know. I think for a lot of people, they kind of dropped off once that one hit. The Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, and then the spin-off Shaolin Monks. It also attracts many trolls in the comments. Gotcha. Yes you did, Arioke. Okay, I hear you, man. Well, cool.
Sub-Zero wins. Round 2. Fight.
I messed that up.
Finish him. Sub-Zero wins.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of one of the nice things about being into the retro streaming is you don't get as many trolls. You have to be like really popular. I mean, to really run into those issues. And I mean, occasionally I still get trolls. Like we got one earlier tonight, but you don't even think about it. You just ban them and you move on. You know, you focus on the good conversation. And you know, on my channel, we always have good conversation. It's great. We got a great community here on YouTube in particular. I mean, we got a great community on Twitch as well, but YouTube's a lot more interactive. You know, we always have constant chat here, whereas on Twitch, there's a lot of downtime. Yeah, even on Twitch, I don't really get... You know, I get probably the same amount of trolls as I do on YouTube, and it's not many. Yeah, acknowledging the trolls is what makes it a problem. Absolutely, Sleeves. Oops. Well, I'm dead.
Finish her. Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
Anyone paid to play the PC classic Crusaders of Might and Magic? I have not. Are we out of credits yet? I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the chat. I wouldn't really say that, Taiga. I mean, I think it's about the same, honestly. I mean, you need the same hardware if you're going to stream them. Like, if you use original hardware, I mean, it's just as much effort doing retro as it is modern. Still got to run your consoles into a capture card. And screen capping modern games on PC, it's not hard. I mean, it's the same thing. Like, basically what I'm doing right now with OBS to screen cap this, it's the same thing I do for a modern PC game. Thanks for the tips, Brony.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, come on.
Finish it.
Hey, it worked. Thanks, Brony. I actually did not know that one, so I got a quick achievement point for that. That's good. How long has it been around? I don't know, Arioka. Sleeves might know. Or if anyone else out there in chat knows. I just got onto it last week. And I meant to mention it early on in the stream, but I've had people mention it in my chats before, both on YouTube and in the comment section of videos. But yeah, I watched a couple of other Twitch streamers do it, and they're really big into this thing. And I was like, you know, it would be fun to mess around with this, you know, to mix things up on Twitch in particular.
Round 2. Fight. Finish her. Marina wins. Fatality.
Yeah, Bergier, the AI in the Saturn version was not very good, but on the flip side, the game was actually beatable without taking advantage of like major glitches. I actually, you know, kind of enjoy playing the Saturn one just because I can actually throw a freeze out and it'll actually hit the character and freeze them. Whereas in this one, they always duck it or jump it or block it, and So Retro Achievements has been around for a couple of years now. Okay, cool. System requirements wise, not really, Taiga. You'd be surprised. Running a really good, high-quality stream, retro or modern, you need a strong system. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you're streaming. So, yeah, I mean, you need a strong system to play modern games, obviously, but you're going to need the same kind of system to run a really high-quality stream. Like, if you want to do 1080p, 60 frames a second at a high bit rate, whether you're doing modern or retro, it doesn't matter. You need a strong system for streaming if you're gonna do it right. So, okay, all right. So let's see what else I've got here. This will be interesting. Hey, thanks, Red Dwarf. Beer fund money. Have a beer on me to see in 2018, Austin. Hell yeah, Red Dwarf. I will have a beer on you, man. Thank you, sir. No, you get a lot of points just for running through the... Oh, this is nice. You just run through the games. That's it. That's it. Yep, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. On an Xbox 360 controller. Well, I mean, the graphics are... They adjusted, like, the coloring and things like that. So, like, the shades are different than they are in the NES one. The soundtrack has been, you know, obviously it sounds different. Arguably inferior. It's got added bits of slowdown here and there, which is kind of annoying. And the games get progressively worse. The conversions get progressively worse as you go through, like, Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3. Like, in Ninja Gaiden 3, there are areas where there's supposed to be background scrolling, and it's just completely missing in the Super Nintendo version. And in Ninja Gaiden 2, there's areas where, like, you're supposed to have, like, screen flashes, like, any special background effects have been chopped out. Like, in Ninja Gaiden 2, what is it? I think level 3, you go to... It's, like, pitch black outside, and you use lightning in the background to provide your light every few seconds. Like, a lightning bolt strikes, and, like, the screen flashes. Well... Oops. I was trying to do a damage boost there. That was chopped out completely. It's just the whole screen is just bright at all times in the Super Nintendo one. It's pretty bad. Woo. Yeah, so Ninja Gaiden 1, it fared the best of the ports. And then, like I said, they just get progressively worse as the conversions go. You know, Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3. Yeah, I am not a fan of the PC Engine port. It's pretty awful, honestly. The gameplay mechanics are terrible. I don't know why they didn't just replicate the NES mechanics. It feels so bad in the PC Engine version. Wow. I'm gonna play it safe here. Oh yeah, that weird parallax scrolling is just one of many issues that version has. My big complaints with the PC Engine version mainly come down to gameplay. The engine and the gameplay. The way the physics work in that game and the way the collision detection works does not work with how the game was designed. I mean, if they were gonna just use that engine, they needed to just rework the game completely, and we'll build a new game from the ground up. Not take like the existing game and expect it to work with their new crappy engine. So, do I like Samurai Showdown? Yeah, I like Samurai Showdown. I don't play it a lot, but I do like it. Oh, is Red Dwarf leaving? Oh, sorry, Red. I didn't see you, man. I didn't see it. Well, if you're out there, Red Dwarf, have a good night, man. Thanks once again for your super chat. It's always appreciated, dude. Alright, we're just gonna skip that. I was looking at chat. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, nice, Red Dwarf. Cool, man. Well, have a good night, man. See you in the new year. Thanks, Brawny. I appreciate it. Yeah, so for those of you guys that are new to my channel here, I stream every Friday night. Usually I have a more focused, you know, topic of sorts, like maybe I would, you know, focus on a single game, but tonight I was a little lazy. I wanted to show off retro achievements since I've been playing it all week. Speaking of achievements, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I do live streams every Friday night, so every Friday at the same time you can find me. And then every Sunday I post a Let's Play video. So if you like Let's Plays, watch out for those. Now the real battle begins. The battle of port quality. Yeah, I mean, Ninja Gaiden 2 starts off well. Like, it looks good. Some of the new music is pretty cool. Oh, cool, Ian. Never caught the stream, but now you have. Yeah, and don't mind me, guys, if I'm just a little out of it tonight. Like I said, I took some ibuprofen before starting this stream, and I only got a couple hours of sleep before waking up to do the stream. So I am a little out of it at the moment. Yeah, so you'll notice a little bit of slowdown on this level. If you're familiar with NES Ninja Gaiden 2, it gets pretty obvious. Especially when you're playing the game. Nice. Yeah, I am a night shifter, unfortunately. Ooh, nice. I don't think I've ever done it that fast. Was Vice Project Doom made after this game? Yes. I believe it was, yeah. Yeah, because Ninja Gaiden 2, I think, was 90. And Vice Project Doom was either 90 or 91. Yeah, no, they didn't, Moonbeam. I mean... Oh, and this is what I was talking about. See, look at this. This is supposed to be pitch black, and then it you know... lightning strikes every now and then, which brightens up the screen. So this is where, like, the port just really starts to fall apart. The aesthetics are a huge part of the Ninja Gaiden games. For one, for setting mood. And by having the effects, you know, be taken out in this version, it just... that mood is just completely gone. Yeah. I mean, the sub-weapons are really important in the first Ninja Gaiden 2, but I definitely agree, Sleeves. There's definitely a greater reliance on them in Ninja Gaiden 2. I mean, you'll have lots of enemies on screen, and you'll just use a sub-weapon and just, like, wipe them all out in once, with one attack. Yeah, with the first Ninja Gaiden, there's definitely a lot more, just more traditional swordplay. Less of a reliance on specials. Now, the specials are there, again, like I said, but... I mean, hell, when you're speedrunning the first Ninja Gaiden, you're just using your main sword most of the time. I mean, I'm not... you know, it's just a different dynamic. I know, I definitely prefer the dynamic of the first Ninja Gaiden, that's for sure. But I still think Ninja Gaiden 2 is an awesome game. Who doesn't prefer the NES Ninja Gaiden music? It's okay, I'm sure there's a guy out there that absolutely adores this version of the soundtrack. And that's okay. Can we just skip that guy? But yeah, with your, you know, you got your shadows as well, and, you know, there's some really interesting setups you can do, you know, by lining them up correctly. And, you know, like I said, it's just a totally different gameplay dynamic from the first game. For you, it's rough because you need to be able to remember where everything is a lot. Yeah. I got you. I mean, for me, that's the sort of thing that, like, It just kind of comes naturally with gameplay. The more you play it, the more you just kind of naturally start to remember where things are. Of course, I do have an unfair advantage with the Ninja Gaiden games because I've been playing them since I was like 7 and 8 years old. So, a very large portion of my life, basically. You know, these are some of the earliest games I ever beat, too. You know, Ninja Gaiden 2 in particular, it's probably one of the earliest NES games I beat, aside from the Super Mario Brothers games, and, I'm trying to think what else there was that I finished. Legend of Zelda. Hell, I think I beat Ninja Gaiden 2 before Legend of Zelda. Is it just me, or does this track sound like porn music? It's like, oh yeah. You feeling the heat now? Got some good vibes for you right here. Shake it, baby. No, seriously, this... I never really thought about it, but this... this remake sounds very unusually chill. The first time boss health refills. Not for the final boss, no. There's damage boost up there. Oops. There we go. Extra life. $15 points for that. Yeah, climbing, yeah, the feel in Ninja Gaiden 2 is just quite different from the first one because of things like the climbing and the shadows and the more beefed up sub-weapons. Even the swordplay was changed up a little bit. Some of Arioka's favorite video games have ninjas. Ninja Gaiden, Revenge of Shinobi, Shadow Dancer, Ninja Warriors. Yeah, so the plan was actually originally to do a Ninja Gaiden Trilogy stream. I already did a Ninja Gaiden NES Trilogy stream, but what I wanted to do is do a SNES Trilogy stream. But that's probably not going to happen now, since I'm, you know, I'm playing the game right now. Oops, that was an extra life I missed. And I'm going to die. Oh, we're not? Let's see. I've got 7 lives. I'm gonna kill myself. Just gonna get that life back. So there are ice physics here. So you do slip and slide. Oh yeah, Shadow of the Ninja, yep. I jumped too early. I knew I jumped too early right when I jumped. It's like, ah, man. Actually, okay, I have 1 shadow. Hey, Brandon, Michael, what's going on, dude? Yeah, why are the enemies running perfectly, but I'm slipping and sliding? Have you used your N64 EverDrive yet, Brandon? Nice, we got 20 achievement points for that. Yep. Almost. Did you almost beat Ocarina of Time already? Wow, that's crazy, dude. Well, awesome, man. I'm glad it's working out for you, dude. And thank you for the gift card, by the way. I got it yesterday. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Sleeves. I was like, oof, man, this soundtrack's all over the place. Some of the tracks I really like, but others aren't. Some others don't fare so well. A lot of Hybrid Heaven. How do you like Hybrid Heaven? I never played that. Yeah, so I got Brandon a EverDrive 64 for Christmas. So he's been playing a lot of N64 the last couple days. Hybrid Heaven is underrated, says Bergier. Another 25 points. This has actually been our best game all night for the achievement points. I mean, we got a lot of points. 115. Yeah, actually, Sin and Punishment is on there, Sleeves. I already loaded up the SD card for him. Yeah, and actually, I ordered a updated EverDrive 64. So he's basically got my old flash card, and I'm just gonna load up the new one when it arrives in the mail. Hopefully it'll be here in a couple weeks. I ordered it a month ago. Ooh! Too early again. Well, I wasn't gonna beat this game, but we're pretty much on the last level. I might as well continue. I mean, gotta get those achievement points. Yeah, so for those of you guys kind of just popping in, again, what we're doing is using this emulator set up on the PC called Retro Achievements. And links are in the description box for the website and my own personal Retro Achievements profile if you guys want to check it out. And it basically pops up achievements, like, say, like an Xbox 360 game or something like that. And you can hit escape to go to this menu, which shows you all your achievements that you can potentially get in a game. And so we've got 115 out of 400 possible achievement points. And, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's fun. You know, I don't normally do emulation because I've got all the original hardware, and I just do that now. But it is kind of, it's nice, you know, being able to play these games with a different twist. And I like that basically there's a website that tracks all the games you played. For some games it tracks your high scores even. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, Arioka, I actually didn't get the latest EverDrive V3. I got the old version of the EverDrive 64 version 3. You still don't have to press reset. But it's like, I guess it's using older hardware, and there might be like incompatibilities with like a couple of games or something. But yeah, Crix basically discontinued it because he's got the latest EverDrive V3. And he was discounting the old one, the old V3. And then you got the extra 25% off for Black Friday. So that's what I went with. It was a pretty good deal. And then I figured I would give Brandon my old one for Christmas. Yeah, same here, Arioka. I would much rather do these on the real hardware if I could. That would be really cool if they could somehow do that. Do I have a Switch? I do not. I actually had one, and then I sold it about a month and a half ago. I wasn't ever using it. And I do plan on buying another one in the future, but yeah, I did sell it. Oh, yeah, I always forget to eat your inputs on this part. I tried jumping, but he didn't jump. It didn't register. That always happens on this part. Specifically on Ninja Gaiden Trilogy on Super Nintendo. Yeah, so when there's too much happening on screen, it'll actually eat your inputs. Very, very frustrating. Ninja Gaiden is a very precision-heavy game, and when you lose that precision, you lose a lot. Yeah, I knew you would enjoy it, Brandon. I know those flashcards are really expensive, so I figured that would have done you, you know, a good favor. Because Brandon's got a Super EverDrive for Super Nintendo, so he knows what like flashcards are all about. But the N64 ones are not cheap. You know, they're a couple $100. You know, they're like in the high 100s. You know, 185-ish, I think. They're not cheap. Oh. Banjo-Tooie. I think it was Banjo-Tooie. I think that's the one that is incompatible. I think the first Banjo works fine. You just bought a Switch for Mario Odyssey? Nice. Yeah, I originally wanted Mario Odyssey, but then for some reason, like, it came out, and I just lost all interest in my Switch. And I was also looking forward to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but same thing, I just lost interest. So like right as those games came out, I sold my Switch. It ate my input again. I just walked right off the edge because it didn't respond to my jump command. Does Beetle Adventure Racing not work? That's at least okay, because Beetle Adventure Racing, I don't think it's an expensive game. That's a fun game, too. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh, Beetle Adventure Racing does work. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, Quake 64. Yeah, Daikatana's pretty mediocre on N64, but yeah, you're right, Bergier. One of the good things about it is you don't have that AI. Daikatana on PC would have been fine if it didn't have that AI. The AI just broke the game for me. I couldn't get past certain levels because the AI would just do really dumb things, get itself killed, and then I'd get an instant game over. Ugh. Okay. I'm struggling. I have no regrets! They should give you an achievement for getting a game over. Oh man. Yeah, Star Fox 64 is great, but yeah, you're right, it is a little bit easy. Well, I mean, yes and no, Bergier. I mean, Daikatana on the N64, it's pretty mediocre, man. Like, it looks ugly, the levels are super simplistic. Whereas on the PC, the levels are, you know, very detailed, large and open, and yeah, but it has the bad AI, so yeah. Perfect Dark Zero is pretty good. Yeah, Perfect Dark Zero is good. I like that quite a bit, actually. Well, that's a lot of games, Brony. I mean, a lot of games, it's just, you can, you know, just die and continue and continue and continue, and you'll eventually beat it. But then the question is, how smoothly will you beat it in the future? Can you do it without continuing? Can you do it without dying? Can you do it without using sub-weapons? You know, like, just because you can sort of like what they call credit feed your way through a game doesn't mean like that once you beat it, that's it, you're done. Like, go back and play it again. These games are fun. They get better the more you play them. And if you're just like looking at a game in a negative light just because you can just die over and over and eventually beat it, like, why are you playing these old games to begin with? You know, there's plenty of modern games that'll reward you for thinking like that. Yeah, but these old games, Ninja Gaidens in particular, it's about playing them again and again and again and again. And if you're not going back and replaying them, then you're missing out on the best aspect of retro gaming. And video gaming in general. I mean, if you play games as a one and done kind of affair, then, you know, I don't think you're getting the most out of them. Yeah, Moonbeam, I was thinking the same thing. Like, you know, for instance, my retro USB AVS, I was thinking, like, maybe there's a way to intercept, like, the USB data transfer or data signal. I'm not sure if that would be a possibility. You might have to do, like, a cartridge adapter or something, like you said. Yeah. Infinite continues usually means the game is hard. Yeah, sometimes. Or it could be like Ninja Gaiden 3, where it's hard and you get limited continues. Although in the Super Nintendo one, you get passwords. Yeah, or like how a Game Genie works, yeah. Alright guys, well, I'm out of it. That is retro achievements. I think now is probably a good time to stop. We're 3 hours in, and I'm pretty hungry actually. So let me go to my retro achievements profile actually, and it says I'm up to 10,000 something points. Yeah, I was up to yeah, I was in like, you know, around 9,000 when I started, so that's my retro achievements profile if any of you guys want to check it out. And so yeah, retro achievements is pretty cool. You know, it's kind of a fun way to mess around with some of these old games, especially if you're a streamer. Like, if you're someone like me who streams a lot, this is a good way to mix things up. It's given me an excuse to go play through games I haven't beaten in a while. And that's exactly what I've done. So it's pretty neat. So yeah, if you're interested, just go to retroachievements.org and you can download the emulators, just provide your own ROMs. And there are some incompatibilities and there are games that don't have achievements, so, but, you know, if you fire up a game, it'll tell you if it's got achievements. So, like, let me fire up, like, if I just reset Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, you can see loaded 23 achievements, total score 400. So, if you've got a game that's compatible, it'll pop up and say there's achievements available. If it's not compatible, it'll just say 0 achievements loaded, or it'll pop up with a totally different menu that says, you know, game's incompatible, or, you know, Retro Achievements does not recognize his ROM. So, but yes, Wizards and Warriors did have Infinite Continues, yeah. That's a pretty tough game. I did a Let's Play on that earlier this year. No, it was last year. Was it last year or was it this year? Jeez, I've done so many Let's Plays. They're all just starting to blend together. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm gonna go get some food probably. I'm hungry and I don't really have much to eat here. But I'm also not gonna order pizza again because I did that the other night. Well, yeah, Sleeves, thanks for the friend ad on Retro Achievements. And I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Twitch later tonight. Like I said, I'm really out of it today, so I want to go get some food and try to figure out what I'm going to do. The first things first is to get food in my stomach, because I didn't really eat much before doing this stream either. Yeah, this archive should probably be up in a few hours. You know, it's a 3-hour stream, so it shouldn't take that long to process. So if you guys are just tuning in, you wanted to catch the early parts of the stream, check back later or in the morning. We played a lot of random games. You know, we played like Smash TV to start, Prince of Persia, Choplifter III, Shaq Fu, Mortal Kombat II, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. What else did we play, guys? I know I'm missing a couple of games. But yeah. And I'll try to list time codes for each game if you guys want to check out the archive, so you can just jump from game to game. But yeah, that's what I thought, Sleeves. I thought it would be cool to show off something a little bit different. You know, like I said, I've been doing this on Twitch all week, and you know, it has been suggested to me before on YouTube, and I just, you know, I finally got around to checking it out this past week, and I figured I would, you know, do a stream and try to get the word out, because it is pretty cool, and I know a lot of you guys would enjoy doing it yourself. So yeah, if you're interested in Retro Achievements, go check out the website, download the emulators, get some ROMs, and sign up for a profile. It's a free profile. Yeah, feel free to find me and add me as a friend as well if you sign up for it. So, well, yeah, Darius Twin. Yep. Whew. Okay, well, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Let's go ahead and fly by those Patreon backers again. So thanks, as always, to everyone that's supported this channel financially. You guys are basically what keeps me going. Without your support, and without that little bit of extra something in my pocket each month, I would probably not be doing this as regular as I am. I would still be doing it, just I wouldn't have a set stream schedule. I wouldn't have a set upload schedule. You know, I would definitely take it easy. So thanks, guys, for kind of keeping me going here. And the same goes for the super chatters as well. Yeah, we got to actually Red Dwarf and oh god, I feel awful now. Hold on, I gotta see who was the other super chatter. That wasn't Sleeves, was it? I don't remember. Oh geez, I feel terrible now. Oh no, it was Amadeus. Yeah. So thank you, Amadeus. I know you're not out there, but thank you, sir. And Red Dwarf, he's not out there now either. Sleeves, that's right, Sleeves was last week. So, but thank you guys for your support. And it's always great hanging out with you guys. I know, yeah, these are fun streams. Like I said earlier in the stream, we got a really good community here. You guys are awesome to hang out with and talk with each week. So, yeah, I look forward to next week's stream, and I have to figure out what I'm going to stream. Well, we'll figure something out. So, but alrighty, guys, I'm out. Have yourselves a fantastic day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you soon. Take it easy.